Hare Krishna. Oh, that's good. Okay, this is just for all the kids. All the kids, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
And now,
Great voice, this little fella here.
and now for the big kids, Hare Krishna. We're all young at heart, aren't we?
Kids, one easily.
So, thank you very much. So, we're going to be speaking a little bit about, because as I said, we are celebrating or marking two special occasions today. We are marking 60 years of ISKCON, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. But we're not going to speak too much about that because we have other speakers to speak about that. But we're going to speak a little bit about ISKCON Newcastle, because although it's not 30 years of ISKCON Newcastle, ISKCON Newcastle goes back a little further, and Janananda Maharaj will speak a little something about that later, because it was Janananda Maharaj who opened the very first ever temple here in Newcastle. But yeah, temple's quite a generous term, but either way, it was a temple. But we are celebrating 30 years of being in this building. And to also mark that occasion, we are renovating our temple. It's not quite finished now, but I'd like to give a big round of applause to Caitanya Vallabha, to Janananda, and the decorating team. Yes, we're on our way there. We have lots of plans for ISKCON Newcastle, and we want all of you to be part of it. Like there was that old poster in the war. We need you. So we need all of you to help us make, like Lord Donald Trump says, make America great again, right? So we want to make not Newcastle great again, but we want to make Newcastle even greater. We can put that on a hat. So this building was actually purchased in December 1996. December the 23rd, 1996. And it was actually very special because it was purchased to honour another special occasion that year. Who knows what was the occasion in 1996? Prabhupada's centennial, that's right. Yeah, Srila Prabhupada was born in 1896, and so we got this building in 1996 to honour Srila Prabhupada's centennial. The temple wasn't actually opened till September 1997 because there was renovations and things to do, but it was opened by the Lord Mayor of Newcastle. So next year, we're thinking of having big festivals for September to celebrate the 30 years of opening, not just acquiring the building. We might try and see if we can get the original Lord Mayor. I don't know if she's still with us, I don't know, but we shall see. And we're going to try and get back some of the devotees who were here at that time. But this building that we are sitting in today was a bank, believe it or not. It was a Lloyd's bank. It had been sitting vacant for some time before we purchased this building, but it was an old bank, and when the devotees moved in here, there was a safe downstairs in the basement. Unfortunately, there wasn't any money in it. I saw Shivaram Swami the other day at the Ratha Yatra, and he said, "Oh, what about that safe?" Because it was so heavy, it was made of like wrought iron, and it had to be hoisted out with a big, mechanical crane. It was, but yes, unfortunately, it wasn't heavy because it was full of Lakshmi. But I thought it was interesting that this building was a bank. Because you could say, well, what's a bank got to do with a temple? Well, actually, I think there's quite some interesting parallels between the previous building and the use of this building now. Because now this is a sacred place. We heard from the class this morning that there are 5 most important items of devotional service. The A, B, C, D, and E of Krishna consciousness. So A is associating with devotees, association. B, Bhagavatam, that means hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. C, chanting what? Hare Krishna. I don't know, England just won the World Cup last night 2-1, so some people are chanting other things, you know. But we're not chanting Go on England. No, they won the quarterfinals. They're into the semi-finals. Anyway, sorry, I've become distracted. But we chant Hare Krishna. We chant Hare Krishna. And D, deity worship. And E, environment. That's existing in a holy place. So this is a holy place. Anywhere where we are hearing and chanting the glories of Krishna, where devotees are congregating to glorify and serve Krishna, that becomes a holy place. But there is a parallel. So what is a bank? Well, a bank is a financial institution which safeguards people's money. You can make deposits and take out withdrawals, and the bank also lends money. So the Hare Krishna movement is also a bit like a bank. The International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Why? Because ISKCON holds the greatest wealth. Krishna. Krishna is the source of everything. Sava, Karana. Krishna is described, well, he's not described, he's the husband of the goddess of fortune. Lakshmi Devi. Sometimes people worship Lakshmi Devi because they want wealth. They worship the goddess of fortune. But actually it's described that Lakshmi Devi, she is chanchala. It means she's flickering. She doesn't remain in one place for too long, you know. You get some wealth and then you lose it, you know. You get something and then it comes and it goes. But Lakshmi Devi, she is a chaste wife and she will always reside where her husband is. So if you're Krishna conscious, if you're always Krishna conscious, that means Lakshmi will always be with you. That's not like, okay, that's what I've got to do to be rich. Okay, I want, you know. Because devotees, they can spend any wealth for Krishna's service. Srila Prabhupada, sometimes he was challenged, oh, you're selling so many books, you're making so much money. I see you came here in a Rolls Royce today. One time in Australia, Prabhupada was challenged. Oh, you know, you're a worldwide, you're a leader, you're a guru, so you're supposed to be renounced. But yet we saw that you came here in a Rolls Royce. And Prabhupada said, Guru is the representative of God, Lord Krishna. And Lord Krishna, he travels in a golden chariot made of pure gold, decorated with beautiful gems and jewels. He said, what is this Rolls Royce? Some metal, some tin, some rubber. He said, I say it is not good enough. He said, but because my disciples, they have done the best they could, therefore I have accepted it. So therefore then they said, and Prabhupada said, yes, we can spend all your Lakshmi, we can spend all your wealth. And he was boasting, yes, we are making this much daily from selling our books. He said, we can spend all of the world's Lakshmi. But what for? To glorify and to serve Lord Krishna. So yes, the International Society for Krishna Consciousness is the supreme bank because it holds the greatest wealth, Lord Krishna. And sometimes banks, they go bust, like there was a financial crisis in 2008. What was it called? The credit crunch or something. Anyway, like that. But this bank will never go bust. This is ever increasing. Anandam Buddhi Vardhana. It's never going to go bust. And this bank of ISKCON, it will lend you money. It will give you pure devotional service. And pure devotional service is so, if you have pure devotional service, you can purchase Krishna. Right? Okay, you may have £1 million. What can you buy with £1 million? You know, I won't ask. We've probably all got different ideas. If someone gave me £1 million, I would like to think I'd spend it in Krishna's service. But I'd probably, a bit for me, a bit for Krishna. Yeah, Krishna, there's £100, you know. Here's the rest for me. But by devotional service, pure devotional service, you can purchase Krishna. He is known as Bhakta Vatsala. It means that he is conquered by the love of his devotees. One name for Krishna is that he is Ajita.
£10 million.
What's that? You're going to give £10 million?
Yeah.
Where's your dad? Does he know about this? He's been keeping that to himself.
If I was given £10 million, I would give for £10 million to Krishna.
Jai! There you go. Okay, let's hope Keshavamurti comes into some money. So, yes, back to Vatsala. This is one of Krishna's greatest qualities, that he is conquered. Ajita means he is unconquerable. But he is conquered by the love of his devotee. Back to Vatsala. And you get brilliant interest rates in this bank. You know, sometimes, you know, the interest rates, or, you know, you put your money in an ISA, you know, you might get 3% interest rate or something. But if you deposit just a tiny amount of devotion within the Hare Krishna movement to service to Lord Krishna, it comes back exponentially. It is described that if you take one step towards Krishna, Krishna will take 1,000 steps towards you. Now that's interest. Just a tiny amount, you know? 1 paisa of faith. You put in 1 paisa of faith, and you get everything. Krishna gives you everything. And yes, and we can withdraw. And the greatest withdrawal we get is love of God. Prema Pramata Mahan. With money we can buy so many things in this world, you know? 1, 2, and poison. Everyone wants wealth to spend on different things. You know, at least we want to be able to pay the bills and pay the mortgage. But with Prema Pramata Mahan, this is the greatest thing you can get. Pure love of God. So, yes, so ISKCON Newcastle came to, Krishna consciousness came to Newcastle in the early 80s. Was it 81, Maharaj?
Well, yeah. Right at the very beginning of 81.
The very beginning of 81. Maharaj will speak a little bit more about that later. But then, in 1988, the devotees got a place on Lees's Park Road. There's a restaurant there. You can go. So it's above from the top floor. And the devotees were there for 8 years in Lees's Park Road. And there was brahmacharis there and devotees like Divya Singha. And we're going to try and get hold of these devotees to bring them back next year for the 30th opening of the anniversary, 30th anniversary of the opening of the temple. But yes, like we said, 1996, December the 23rd, this building was purchased and was opened. So therefore 30 years this year. Now what is ISKCON Newcastle? Maybe I can have a show of hands. What is ISKCON Newcastle? Nikunj. A community, very good. Anyone else? What is ISKCON Newcastle? There's no right or wrong answers. Okay, Nikunj. A building, yeah, it is. It's a building, isn't it? Yeah, it's an old bank. Miroslav, what is ISKCON Newcastle?
Chant Hare Krishna.
Chant is a place to come and chant Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So you could say that's the activities. So it's a building, it's a community. So you could say it's ISKCON Newcastle. Is it the building? Is it the devotees? Is it the activities? What else is ISKCON Newcastle?
Prabhupada's home.
Prabhupada's home, yes. Srila Prabhupada's home. And the devotees, they've described that Srila Prabhupada built a house in which the whole world can live. Yeah, Prabhupada's home. What else is ISKCON Newcastle?
A big family.
A big family, yes. Be expensive at Christmas time, right? Having to buy presents for this many devotees. That's okay. When you give someone the holy name, that's also the greatest gift. In Kirtan, we chant Hare Krishna, we give them the holy names. Yes, we're a big family. Yeah. What else is ISKCON Newcastle? Oh, hang on, Savitri at the back. A haven. Yes. Someone look up the dictionary definition of haven for me. It's like a safe place, isn't it? It's like, but someone look up the dictionary of a haven, the dictionary definition of a haven. What else? Thank you, Savitri. A Sunday feast house. Yeah, that's right. It's a place to come and get the best meal in town. Yeah. He's saying that because he's cooked today. Mr. Sharon is very nice. Yeah, what else? Is it a place just, is it Newcastle just here? Or do we do things outside the town? The Kunj. Sankirtan, yeah, what we've been out doing today. We've been out 2 hours sharing Krishna consciousness with the good folk of Newcastle. So tell me, what is a haven?
Sorry, it's asking about my privacy. A safe or peaceful place.
A safe or peaceful place. Very good.
I've also got
Yeah.
a place offering favourable opportunities.
That's nice, isn't it? Favourable opportunities. Because actually in Krishna consciousness, there's unlimited opportunities. Sometimes we say in Krishna consciousness there is no such thing as unemployment. Krishna consciousness movement. Actually, there's a shortage of workers. In the outside world, there's not enough jobs, you know? But here, there's too many jobs and not enough workers. We need more people. There's unlimited service. So there's no unemployment. There's also no starvation in the Krishna consciousness movement. There's always prashad sweets. And there's no insomnia. We're so busy, we can fall asleep at night time within a few seconds. When I used to live in the temple, I used to, you know, I think pretty much after about 30 seconds I was asleep. As soon as my head would hit the pillow, I was so tired. Now my children wake me up. So yes, it is all of these things. It's the building, it's the deities, it's the devotees, it's the activities. Very good, well done, Nat. And it is the mission. The mission also. Because we could also, you know, even if we didn't have the building, we could still have ISKCON Newcastle, right? ISKCON Newcastle isn't just a building. We could have met outside on the green today because it's nice weather. We went out into, today we made ISKCON Newcastle, Northumberland Street was ISKCON Newcastle. ISKCON, you know, Krishna says, I am wherever my devotees are chanting my glories. Like that. So ISKCON Newcastle is more than a building. It's the devotees, certainly, but it's the activities, and it's also the mission. But I would say that ISKCON Newcastle is an embassy of the spiritual world. So if you go to the capital city, in most countries you have an embassy. So in London you have embassies. You can have the American embassy in London. Now, British law doesn't apply in the American embassy. It is non-different from America. Like that. Okay, yes, and also in the capital of Belarus too. Yes. So the embassy is non-different from the host country. So it's the primary base for a country in a foreign nation. And it's non-different, and therefore the laws of America apply in the American embassy. So ISKCON Newcastle is an embassy of the spiritual world. It is an embassy of the spiritual world. It is non-different from the spiritual world. The same laws and the laws of outside are the laws in ISKCON Newcastle. Chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. 16 rounds a day, at least. Follow the 4 regulative principles. Only take Krishna Prasadam. Only speak Krishna Caitanya. Yeah. So these are the laws. And if you don't follow the law, Ramananda was saying this morning in the class, the police used to say, come quietly or we will take you by force. But here we don't say come quietly, we say come noisily, singing. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Come noisily, and we will still take you by force in the nectar of instruction. Srila Prabhupada says, Krishna consciousness is so powerful that once having begun, you will be forcibly dragged to success. But actually, we don't really want to be dragged. We want to come voluntary, singing Hare Krishna. And not only is this an embassy of the spiritual world, that means we are all ambassadors of the spiritual world. The ambassador of the Queen is non-different from the Queen. The King, sorry. I'm a bit, Sometimes when you join the Krishna consciousness, when you join the Krishna consciousness, you get frozen in time. So all your examples are from things. So I sometimes say, a car doesn't drive by itself. I would give that example. The body is just like a vehicle, and of course a car doesn't drive by itself. And then I would give a joke and say, unless it's Knight Rider. Now many of you won't even know what Knight Rider is because I'm from a different era. But of course nowadays cars do drive by themselves. You get a Tesla, so, your examples get a bit out of date, I would say, like, the world's strongest man, Jeff Capes. Or, the greatest snooker player, Steve Davis. Yeah, don't worry if you've never heard of these people. I was born in 1980. So the point is, we are ambassadors, so we're not ambassadors of the Queen, the ambassadors of the King, but we are ambassadors of Srila Prabhupada, we are ambassadors of Lord Krishna. We are representatives. And I don't want to speak too long, but there's a really nice verse here from the Caitanya Charitamrita. So I'm just going to read this quickly to give some context as to what ISKCON Newcastle is. So this is from the Caitanya Charitamrita, Anjalita, chapter 4, text 144. Sanatan Kahe Vala Koila Upadesh Tahanyaba Saibora Prabhudatta Desh. Sanatan Goswami replied, you have given me very good advice. I shall certainly go there, for that is the place the Lord has given me for my residence. Purport by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada Ki. The words Prabhudat Desh are very significant. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's devotional cult teaches one not to sit down in one place, but to spread the devotional cult all over the world. The Lord dispatched Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami to Vrindavan to execute and renovate the holy places, and from there establish the cult of bhakti. Therefore, Vrindavan was given to Sanatana Goswami and Rupa Goswami as their place of residence. Listen. Everyone in the line of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu's devotional cult. It's interesting Prabhupada uses this word cult, devotional cult, should accept the words of the spiritual master and thus spread the Krishna consciousness movement. They should go everywhere, to all parts of the world. Durham, Newcastle, Sunderland, Saltburn, Bishop Auckland, no, where do you live? Hartlepool. Redcar, that's right, Redcar. Should go to all parts of the world, accepting those places as their Prabhudat Desh, the places of residence given by the spiritual master or Lord Krishna. Okay, we'll just finish this. The spiritual master is the representative of Lord Krishna. Therefore, one who carries out the orders of the spiritual master is understood to have carried out the orders of Krishna or Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu wanted to spread the Bhakti cult all over the world. Priti Viti Achi Yata Nagaradi Gram. In every town and village. Therefore, devotees in the line of Krishna consciousness, that's all of us, must go to different parts of the world and preach as ordered by the spiritual master. That will satisfy Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. So this ISKCON Newcastle, this is our Prabhudat Desh. from which, a base by which we can not only practice but share Krishna consciousness. This is the essence of Krishna consciousness, as Vaisheshika Prabhu has coined. 1, chant Hare Krishna. 2, teach others. 1. No, much louder. 1. 1. 1. 2. 1. 2. So both things have to be there. We have to practice and we have to share Krishna consciousness. Not only one. If you only practice, that's not enough. Although if you practice enough, you will get the desire to share it, because you will experience the joy. Susukam kartam avyam. Krishna consciousness is joyfully performed. Now, if you're experiencing something good, what do you do? You automatically tell people. If you've seen a good film on Netflix, we're not advocating that, but whatever it is, or you've been to a good restaurant, or whatever it is, or you've been somewhere nice on holiday, hey, you should go there, it's amazing, you should watch this, it's brilliant. So Krishna consciousness, if we're tasting that the bliss of Krishna consciousness, we automatically want to share it with others. In fact, Jagannath Eshri and I, when we bought our house, we'll finish in a second, when we bought our house, we found out that our house was built in 1896, the year of Srila Prabhupada's birth. So for us, we took this as a sign that Srila Prabhupada and Panchatattva were calling us and saying, you're not just buying a house, but you're declaring to Panchatattva and Srila Prabhupada that we are staying here in the northeast as our Prabhudat Desh. You know, it was a sign. 1896, that's when our house was built. So yes, from here we practice and we share Krishna consciousness. Lord Chaitanya taught 3 things: Namruchi, Vaishnav Seva, and Jiva Doya. Namruchi means to get a taste for chanting Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Vaishnav Seva means we serve the devotees. Advaita Acharya prayed, I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya, a servant of Lord Chaitanya. I am a servant of Lord Chaitanya and a servant of his servants. Gopi Bhatu Kamalayo Dasu Dasu Das. Servant of the servant of the servants. And if you just try this, if we just try this, make an experiment, just try to look to any opportunity to serve the Vaishnavas, that will bring no greater happiness, and that will bring that Nam Ruchi, that taste for the holy name. And when we have a taste for chanting and hearing the holy names, we have a taste for serving the devotees, then Jiva Doya. You want to share that good fortune with others. We want to share. In Krishna consciousness, we are very fortunate. We're no better than anyone else. Sometimes we might become proud, oh, I'm a devotee. These people are non-devotees. Well, firstly, we shouldn't be proud, because it is said that Lord Chaitanya is Patita Pavan. He's come to save the most fallen first. So if you want to be proud of anything, it's because if we want to be proud, we're the most fallen. We're not better, we're just more fortunate. And therefore we have to help others to become fortunate. So that is what ISKCON Newcastle is. It's a place to chant Hare Krishna, to serve the Vaishnavas, but to also share this knowledge with others. 1, when you don't sound very convinced, 1, 2, teach others. Yeah. Information, we get information, that information leads to transformation. There should be a change of heart. We should be losing our attraction for the material world and gaining more attraction for serving the Lord and his devotees. So information, transformation, and then distribution. This is the Krishna consciousness movement. This is ISKCON Newcastle. Panchatattva are residing deities. It is described that they broke open the storehouse of love of God and they distributed it freely to everyone without considering who was fit or who was unfit. So please, all of us, this is our Prabhudat Dash. We need you. ISKCON Newcastle needs you. Srila Prabhupada needs you. Panchatattva needs you to increase the Sankirtan movement. Srila Prabhupada ki! Sri Sri Panchatattva ki. ISKCON Newcastle ki. Nitai Gaura Premanande. So thank you. I will now invite His Holiness Jandananda Goswami to come, and he will be enlightening us for the next part. Okay, His Holiness Jandananda Goswami ki.